Shalom, this is Cooper's Violet. I am making a different kind of video today. Now, if you go back to my Satan's Deception video I made in my earlier YouTube days, you'll learn some things that I'm about to show you in this video. And in that video I say that I'm going to show you one day, and this is the day I'm going to show you. So shalom to all, and this video is about the corruption of the world and things that are seen in everyday life. Ever since that I woke up and I'm no longer blind to the signs and symbols of the Illuminati and the Freemason, I see it everywhere. And there's a lot of people who claim to be with Christ or with God, and they don't see these signs. So I'm here to show you these signs. Now, there are so many that I'm going to have to do another video and show you other ones. And I apologize ahead of time if I double show you something in a future video. But the thing is that it's in cartoons, it's in movies, it's in shows, it's in video games, it's in products that we eat and drink. It's on floors we walk into when we go to, I don't know, a motorcycle shop. If you go to Home Depot, you'll see it right in front of the store, Walmart, things like that. Everything that essentially is bought or sold through stores and whatnot somebody had their price and they sold their soul for their product to make it out there, and in the end it's not worth it. Wouldn't you rather go to heaven? Why sell out for an amount of money so that you can look good to your friends when you pull up at the stop sign with your new vehicle? You know, I don't think it's worth it in the end. So I'm just going to show you some things here that are Freemason, Illuminati, and what to look for. And maybe after this video, you'll wake up too. And here we go. Okay, so to start, this triangle, as you can see, there's a triangle up and a triangle down. This represents the as above, so below. And what the as above, so below is the Baphomet. That I believe is right here. Yep. Okay, so here's the Baphomet. And the Baphomet is, you know, it's got a goat's head, and it's got wings, and it's got female breasts, and there's supposed to be a male member down there, but they kind of disguised it, which is a good thing. And as you can see, its arms, one's pointing up and one's pointing down, which represents the as above, so below. You're denying God and you're worshiping Satan when you see these symbols everywhere. And they're done for a reason. Now, so we'll go back over here. So these triangles, you'll see one, you'll see up, down. They are seen everywhere. Now, if you're a gamer and you play a game like Zelda, you'll see it right on Link's shield. Now, I should have showed an example, but I didn't think of it till right now. Doritos, their chips are all triangles, which represents the as above, so below as well. And why companies do this is because when they sell their soul for whatever price, they have to represent Satan in their products or the work they do, or like celebrities, they have to show it in movies or their music videos and things like this. So if they don't show honor to Satan, then, you know, their product's going to crumble and whatever else. And even if they end up deciding that they don't want to show Satan's products anymore, it's too bad, it's too late. They had already sold their soul. There's no reversing it, as said in the book of Revelation. Okay, so now these triangles right here, they could be in plain sight and they could be in hidden sight. I will go to the store and probably 90% of the stuff I pass, I see the occult symbols in them. So right here is what a lot of people say is the Jewish star, or the Star of David. The problem is that there's a triangle in there that's pointing up and a triangle that's pointing down, representing as above, so below. Now, some Hebrew Israelites use this Jewish star, and I'm not sure if they know what it means, but they need to move it out and follow everything else, because, I mean, this is not good. Never fly a Jewish star. Right there, all the Jews have their religion, and they're flying around the as above, so below. So, I mean, what do you think they did in the beginning? Did the leaders for the Jewish nation sell their soul? And I'm not talking about the Jews of the Bible either. All right. There's the Baphomet right there. Now, this star is everywhere. People might think when they see it on a product, oh, that's just an upside down star. Well, no, that's not how it works. So when you see the star on products, it may not have the Baphomet head in there, but the Baphomet head in this star represents how it is shown. Now, this is also an as above, so below. And it's a little bit harder to see, but if you can see here, this is a triangle that's pointing down, kind of like an arrow. And then this is a triangle right here pointing up. So there's your as above, so below, right in the Baphomet star. All right, we'll go to our next image here. And of course, that's the Baphomet, just like I showed you. And sometimes this Baphomet image is showed with the Baphomet star in the background. This is a very bad symbol. You'll see kids walking around with this thinking they're cool, or they'll have that Baphomet star around their neck or wearing it on their shirt and things like that. And I think a lot of these kids have no clue what it means, and you know, it's very satanic, and I encourage you to pull that away from your kids. Don't be wearing this stuff. You don't want to represent Satan. I am just telling you guys the information that you need to know to keep this away. All right, so we got hand symbols here, hand signs, and each one of these is the hand sign for the Baphomet, and the fingers down like that, you are denying God. Now, some people might say, oh, well, that means I love you in sign language. Well, there's another way to say I love you in sign language, and I wouldn't do it this way. Now, if you know of A&M or the Longhorns for Texas, they use this symbol too, and or the Longhorns do, and they say, oh no, it's just a school thing. Well, no, the school is part of the Illuminati Freemason, and they put this as the hand sign for a reason. So celebrities do this all the time in movies. They do it in music videos, and they politicians do it, and they're showing Satan that they're for him, and they're going along with his plan. Now, before I continue, I just want to say that a lot of people who are big into politics, you know, they might be for Trump, they might be for Hillary. One side likes Trump better, one side likes Hillary better. The thing is that you're not getting is they all have the same thing in common. They sold their soul to the devil for fortune and fame, okay? And these people play golf with each other, you know, outside of what you see on the media. So they're best friends behind closed doors, and they all have the same agenda. No matter who gets elected, it's all the same agenda. All right. So, we're going to kind of jump around here, but this is a clip from 6ix9ine and Nicki Minaj music video called Fifi, and I highly recommend that maybe if you do watch it, you watch it for educational purposes only, because it is a dirty video. And this is the kind of thing that you don't want to be watching, and you don't want your kids watching, because this is not of Christ. Okay, so I just wanted to point this out real quick. Now, if you did watch my Satan's Deception video, then you'll know what I'm about to say here. If you didn't, you're going to learn something new. The black, red, and white is the colors, one of the colors that represent Satan. And then also purple represents the high Freemason, and you'll see it in kids shows like The Minions, and you'll see it in Breaking Bad, where the lady has all her stuff purple because it's supposedly her favorite color. You'll see it in Next Friday and all sorts of movies and everything else. And they're representing the Freemason and showing their loyalty to Satan. Okay, so I don't have any examples of those today, but I will in the future. But as you can see, 6ix9ine has the black, white, and red. And right here, he's got the Freemason checkered. And then right here, he has the blood sacrifice checkered. If there's a blood sacrifice checkered, that means they've earned their way to the top faster, as they've killed off actual humans for blood sacrifices. And we're not talking about animals here. And that's another story for another time, because it gets scary, and you know, there's a lot of bad things happening on Earth, but you don't know what the celebrities are doing to sacrifice to their false idols, which their main one is Satan, and they should have not chose fame and fortune and decided that God was the one that they wanted to be with. Because, you know, just like 6ix9ine and Nicki Minaj, they sold for X amount of dollars. Well, when they run out of that money and their contract's over, and they didn't do something to save their money, and say they end up poor, they're going to be poor and then have to serve their term in hell afterwards as well. We'll get back more on this later, and possibly soon if this is the next tab. Okay, it is the next tab. Right here we got Mario 64, and see the Freemason there. They have to show it in there because, I mean, it's their loyalty there. So, just like I said, you'll be seeing this kind of stuff everywhere. So we got the new Mario here. It's the Mario Kart 8. And as you can see, that checkered flag right up there. You'll even see the checkered flag when you go across the finish line. If it's checkered, it's representing the Freemason. And, you know, it all comes together. You see the checkered flag for races everywhere. Oh no, that's just the finish line flag. Nope, it was constructed that way for a reason. They're showing their loyalty to the Freemasons for Satan because they sold at a price. And then we got the classic Vans shoe, which their classic shoe is the checkered black and white. Now, when I was younger and I went to church and I thought I was worshiping God, and really I was being lied to by the pastor, because the pastors, the majority of them just want your dollar bill to be put in the tie that goes around every Sunday. And Sunday's not the day of worship. Saturday is. But anyways, this is a Freemason, and a lot of kids walk around with it. They have no clue what's going on. So some of those same kids claim to love God, and they have no clue what they're wearing on them. All right, so we're going to go to the Google sign here. And before I said in my Satan's Deception video is that Google has the 666 in there. And as you can see, it's that line and the circle, just kind of how this is. And there's a 6, and there's a 6, and there's a 6, which is the 666. Now the Firefox symbol, if you can see down here on my browser here, not really. The fox represents FOX, which stands for 666. And then you got the fire on that, so fire 666. All right, now we got the monster Unleash the Beast. Now, for the longest time, I never understood how this meant 666, but I do now. If you look at this and you look up the Hebrew, this means 666. Also, you see they use a flag, or not a flag, but a cross here. And when you pour that can upside down, it's an upside down cross. And I mean, so that's just something to look at. This is everywhere. Again, we got the monster can there, and it represents the 6, and they 666. And just like VW, which is, you know, VW vehicles, it's the same thing. All right, we got Walt Disney. Notice the 6 is in there, 666. I mean, this is everywhere. Wake up your eyes, start looking for this, and you will be amazed. We live in Satan's world. Remember, the Bible says that this world is Satan's. Okay? You got Kellogg's there, as you can see, flipped upside down, 666. I'll try to be a little bit faster. We got Taco Bell. You got the small 6 in the bell, then the outside 6, and then the outer 6, 666. It's hidden